Good morning, everyone. It's appropriate that there is a little one who's fussing a little bit here. I'm Darrell Steinberg, President Pro Tem of the California State Senate. I'm really happy to be joined here by a number of colleagues who you're going to hear from in a few moments, but also the statewide First Five Commission to unveil the two 30-second TV ads and the website updates that promote this very important cause. And I want to kick this off by making some brief remarks and simply say that we cannot continue denying the science. By age 3, kids born into low-income families have heard roughly 30 million fewer words than their more affluent peers. That leaves many Californian children predestined for success or failure before they enter kindergarten. By some measures, lower-income 5-year-olds fall more than 2 years behind on language development by the time they enter kindergarten. Those 30 million words could be the difference between a child having a chance to succeed or not. The good news is that regardless of economic circumstances, talking, reading, and singing to children during those very early years can lead to success in K-12 education and beyond. First Five California's media campaign delivers this important message into homes statewide. But it is also imperative that this vital media outreach is mirrored with access to high-quality early learning opportunities for those families during these vital years. And there are a number of measures in the legislature this year, and I know Assemblymember Weber may talk about her measure, the mandatory kindergarten bill in the Senate. Senator Carol Liu and I are working on a package of bills that isn't just to add another year of public education to the docket, but to recognize that early childhood education is a continuum from 0 to 5. With the First Five California's media campaign, the potential of our legislative partnership can change the face of California's K-12 education system. So today, let the message go out loud and clear. Early learning matters. That parents, all parents, should understand that what they do, what they choose to do on a daily basis makes a huge difference, and that these little ones are never too young to start learning. Thank you for being here. It's my honor now to turn the podium to the chair of the First Five Commission, a statewide and national leader on early education and also on health care, of course, George Halverson. George?
Thank you, and thank you for your leadership in this area. When we look at the new science of brain development, it is absolutely clear that the first 3 years of life make a huge difference in the brain development of each child. If you exercise the child's brain in those first years, reading, talking, singing to the child, if you exercise the child's brains, the brains are stronger, they are more effective. The children who get that kind of exercise end up with larger vocabularies when they get to kindergarten. They're better able to read, they're better able to function in the school system. When you look at the consequences of not being able to read, the children who can't read are 40% more likely to drop out of school, they're 60% more likely to get pregnant, and they're even 70% more likely to end up in prison. And the consequences of not reading are huge, and when we can predict with a high level of accuracy by age 3 which children are going to be able to read, then we clearly need to make a difference in the lives of those children. So at First Five, we did a lot of research talking to parents and mothers, and we did focus groups, And we identified the fact, discovered the fact, that almost none of the parents knew the science. Almost none of the parents knew that if you exercise the brain in those first 3 years, that it really improved the capability of the brain. And when we explained that to the parents, the mothers and the fathers, the reaction was overwhelmingly positive. They said, this is wonderful. You mean I can make a difference? Every parent loves their child. Every parent wants their child to do well. Every parent wants to give their child a great life. And when the parents don't know that they can do things to exercise a child's brain in that time frame, then those things don't get done. But when the parents know it, that changes the trajectory. That changes the way parents think about those years. And so when we talked to the groups, they said, this is really important information. You should share this. And they thought that First Five was a really good vehicle and resource to share it. So we put together some ads, we put together some communications that are intended to help people understand the importance of those first 3 years. And we tested a whole series of ads on the focus groups, and the ads you're going to see are the winners of that process. We went through a distillation process, we asked parents to provide feedback, and they provided feedback and said, these are the ads, this is the message you should use. This message would make a difference for me in my life. This message will make a difference for me and my friends. So these are the ads that we put together, and our goal is to have 90% of all the mothers in the state understanding these issues a year from now when they give birth and they're new mothers with their children. So we want everyone to know this, because if everyone knows it, we can make a difference in their lives. And right now, 75% of the kids in the school system in California are reading below grade level. And if we do the right things in those first years of life, we can end that gap. We can get people up to grade level. That is the issue. So we need to do that work. And when you see the ads, one of the things you'll see is a certain interaction between the parents and the children. That's very real. These are very real ads. This is real parents, real children interacting in very real ways. So this is a real set of ads. And it's my privilege now to ask to roll the ads. So.
Step to your left just a teeny bit so everybody can.
So it'll go automatically.
I hope it'll run now.
Want me to press a button? I would undoubtedly mess it up.
Senator.
Babies who are talked to from the time they're born are more likely to have a successful future. Talking and reading to children in their first years has a huge impact on what they do with the rest of their lives. The fewer words they hear, the greater their chances of dropping out of school and getting into trouble. Talk, read, sing. Your words have the power to shape their world. Learn more at first5california.com/parents.
Hold on, Scott.
What do we have here? We have
Los bebés a los que se les habla desde que nacen tienen más posibilidades de lograr un buen futuro. Leerles o hablarles durante sus primeros años tiene un enorme impacto en lo que harán el resto de sus vidas. Cuantas menos palabras oigan, más posibilidades tendrán de no acabar sus estudios y meterse en problemas. Habla, lee, canta. Tus palabras tienen el poder de moldear su mundo. Aprende más en first5california.com/parents.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. And did you enjoy those ads? Yes. I am Carol Loons, and Senator and Chair of the Senate Education Committee, and early childhood education is one of my highest priorities. And if you look at the young people in the front row and you understand what their potential contribution could be to our society, you get very excited. And what the state, partnering with First Five, really want to do is make sure that we provide an environment that is enriched and is giving and supportive of all of our people and our children. So I really commend and look forward to working with First Five, and I really thank them for their service to our state and join them into encouraging all Californians to talk sing and read to their little ones. And I'm happy to join everybody in promoting this campaign. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Conway Collis. I'm a member of the First Five Commission and president of GRACE, a nonprofit focused on child and family poverty. In the last couple days, I've been at two different early learning programs, both schools that had pre-K through kindergarten through 8th grade. One in South Central L.A., Mother of Sorrows, and another in Central L.A., St. Vincent's School. And I had a chance to look at the classes all the way through, from pre-K, and then all the way through kindergarten, and then some of the later classes in 4th through 8th grade. And talking to the principals afterwards, separately, and neither of them knew I would be talking to the other, I asked them, what is the program for your kids, both in these very high poverty areas? What is the program you'd most like to offer? And both of them said, without hesitation, parent education. We'd like to get parents to read to their kids, to talk to their kids, and to sing to their kids, because we found that that's the key beyond what we can provide. And what struck me in the kindergarten programs, and these were all kids that had been through the pre-K programs at the same schools, they were already reading and beginning to write in kindergarten. Now, if a kid is behind at that stage, at kindergarten, we know what the implications are later in terms of incarceration, school dropouts, teen pregnancy, lack of education to prepare for jobs. So it's really pretty simple. If we can just do two things. One is exactly what, under George Halverson and Camille Mabin's leadership, what First Five is doing right now, which is publicizing to parents and educating parents, just as those two principles ask that we do. Educate parents about the need to read and talk and sing to their kids. And the second thing, and just talking as an individual now, not as a member of First Five, I just think it's crucial that we pass the pre-K and Strong Start legislation that will help all of California's kids get that early education before kindergarten. Thank you very much.